Woohoo! Welcome back. Today we're going to be working with simultaneous systems of equations, linear equations. I know, A and B. Woo! We're getting fancy now. And my friend and astronaut Matt Damon is joining us to find out if he's going to be able to make it home from Mars. And the problems we're going to be doing today are following after the other videos we've made. I am going to use elimination, but these two problems are a little different in that some really interesting things happen. So let's go ahead and get started. Again, I'm going to choose elimination because I just generally do. But reasons that you might want to choose elimination: if you look at the two equations and neither one is solved for a particular variable, you don't have x equals or y equals, that would be a reason to go ahead and use elimination. So I'm going to go ahead and give it a try. I've got 10a plus 6b equals 8. 5a plus 3b equals 2. And here I'm going to go ahead and try to eliminate. I see my a's are lined up and my b's are lined up, but if I just add, nobody's going to eliminate. So I have to think about what I want to do to make the elimination work. And I can choose either the a's or the b's, and I'm going to choose the a's, and I'm going to multiply in the second equation by -2. Now 2 will get me to 10, but I need to use -2 so that it will cancel. Take a look. Top equation is unchanged. Bottom equation, -10a minus 6b equals -4. And if I add these together, something very strange happens. The a's disappear like I expected, but so do the b's. And I'm left with nothing. Big fat 0 on the left and 4 on the right. And Matt Damon is starting to get nervous. Matt Damon is starting to feel a little bit stressed out about the whole situation. And I gotta warn you, I don't have good news for Matt Damon. This is definitely a sad Matt Damon situation. What does this mean? Basically, when you get a result like this is a false equation, right? 0 doesn't equal 4. So what does that mean? That means that the information you were given was inconsistent. Do you remember which one that was? You got it. These are the parallel lines. So it turns out that you don't always know, but sometimes you're getting two lines which are parallel. And so the answer here is there's no solution. So again, Matt Damon is going to have to choose between breathing and, staying warm or cool, depending. So this is sad, Matt Damon. So these 4 things, false, inconsistent system, parallel lines, and no solution, are all equivalent answers for this. Basically, the full answer you'd want to write is no solution. That's generally the answer people want to see, but you should be able to also give all of those 4. Sad Matt Damon, as you might have guessed, is really just for my class, not for everybody else's. Not yet, at least. We'll get there. We'll get there. I will spread the truth of Matt Damon and pants math and bear math one of these days, but today is not that day. Okay, Matt Damon, go back to Mars, eat some potatoes, and let's get back to doing. Okay. Next one. Dum, dum, dum. Wow, this one looks ugly. Again, I'm going to choose to use elimination for this one. Mostly because I just prefer elimination, but also I don't have a particular variable that's been solved for, so I think it's the easiest way to approach it. I want to make sure that they line up. So I'm going to, let's see, I've got the S's, the T's, the equals, And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to try to match the S's because they come first. It's easy. They already have opposite signs. So I just need to multiply. I'm going to multiply on top by 7. You got it. So I get 14s minus 7 times negative 13 is negative 91t. And 7 times 120 is 840. And I know you can start to see what's happening. But the important part about simultaneous systems like this is not to get ahead of yourself, because this step is what's really, really super important. Okay, yes, it's true. These two do cancel. But over on the right-hand side also cancels. So in the last one, we had 0 equals 4, which means parallel lines. There's no way to get all the information to work together. This one, 0 equals 0 means it's always true. That means it's the same line. You can't always tell, but sometimes you've got two equations that describe the same line. So this is a dependent system. And this means there are an infinite number of solutions. Anything that's on that line. And so we definitely have happy! Yay, happy! Happy Matt Damon. So the next question is, how do I give this answer? And that is a really good question. And the answer is, there are a lot of ways to do it. So, what is the answer? It depends on the setting. Sometimes infinite, sorry. I got excited with the eyes. Number of solutions. That might be your answer, and that might be all you need, depending on the setting. Or you might need to actually give the rule. What does that mean? Well, the equation is, the first equation, I'm going to take the first one, is 2s minus 13t equals 120. Now, remember that we found that these were the same line. So I just pick one of them. So I've got one. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the one that's second alphabetically. So s comes before t. So I'm going to solve for t. So let's see. I'm going to subtract 2s. I get negative 13t equals negative 2s plus 120. Negative 13t over negative 13 equals, so let me scooch this up so you can see it, negative 2s over negative 13 plus 120 over negative 13. I know, who wrote this problem? I don't know. T equals 2/13 s minus 120 over 13. I know, everyone's looking at this going, oh, that's awesome. I love dividing by 13. So what have we just done? Well, we've given what the relationship is between t and s. This is a description of this particular line. So rather than just saying, oh, there are just a bunch of ways to make the spaceship, which is, you know, happy Matt Damon, dance party Damon. In fact, here comes Blue Dino. Yep, dance party. But that's lovely. But then someone's eventually going to say, how do I? I know there are an infinite number of them, but how do I actually build this spaceship? And you have to tell them this rule. And so what you say is, you say that you would start out with some s, any value of s you want, and then t would have to be 2/13 of s minus 120 over 13. And then, that's how I learned to do it. Then there's one other possibility. Sometimes the book wants you to pick another letter. So I don't know, let's pick K. Some people choose T, some people choose A, some people choose H. A letter that isn't S or T, so something else. and rewrite it in terms of that. So this is basically saying anything on this particular line. Okay? It's a little bit weird. The first couple times you do it, it's going to feel kind of like, not sure about it. So make sure you ask lots of questions. Find me, find a tutor, ask lots of questions, and then, go out, celebrate. Make sure you have a good time. Give your eyes something nice to look at. Take a break, and then I will see you when it's time for the next video. Woohoo! Because there's always another video. Right? This is a dependent system. Always another video. So, have a great day. Know that you're amazing and incredible, and I think the world of you. And, woohoo, and math on.